Hello, welcome back. Monday, all that good stuff. The news today, we have a couple stories, nothing like super consequential. Some interesting stuff, I suppose. And then also a lot of me-related news, so look forward to that. But let's jump into it. The first story we have today is a new camera, another new camera. There's been a lot of these popping up, a lot of the little like reusable, disposable 35 millimeter plastic cameras with a plastic lens. It's around 30 to 38 millimeter f8, f9 aperture, and they have a single AAA battery that is used to power a relatively underpowered flash, but just enough to get the work done. Focus-free, easy to use, and simplistic design. That's kind of how they're all pitched. This is no exception, though. This is the Long Weekend Gone camera. Put a picture of it here. And it looks pretty cool. Looks fine. I can't really speak too much to the quality of it. I believe it's a plastic build, so there's that. And I think they're around $50. So, if that's your cup of tea, more power to you. I actually got this one from a coworker of mine who was telling me about it. And I was like, oof, gonna have to make note of that. So I looked into it a bit, and it looks to be like a relatively new release. And I think they're kind of trying to get into that like vintage market with this camera. So overall, it is, I'm not beefing, it's fine. It's just not my cup of tea necessarily. Might pick one up though, just to like give it a rip and see if it's like kind of fun. However, the days up here are super short, and like I said, the flash is like functional to the extent that light will emit, but I don't know if it can combat the darkness of our 3 p.m. sunsets. So yeah, the technical components to the camera is BCAA plastic or whatever it is. Builds 31 millimeter lens and f9 aperture. Focus free, like I said, manual advance, kind of like the little sprocket thing. And that's pretty much it. It's basically just a reskin version of the Kodak M35, which was the Rito whatever it was, which was the Moment something or another, which was the Ilford Sprite, which was they're all kind of like the same, but just like, what is it? Same. What is it? It's like same flavors of different flavors of the same kind or something like that. That's not it. Anyway, but you catch the drift. That's the thing that's happening. So I think what's nice about this though is you can see all the ones that are popping up and like, oh, I like that brand, I want to support that. I like that brand, I want to support that. Still holding out hope that Pentax will reintroduce something into more of like a modern professional use case as opposed to this, which is fine, but there's just, again, not much in terms of like, oh, hey, you want to actually shoot film and, make selections upon which lenses you want to use and all that stuff. Here's the camera. Who's the new camera for you? It's, kind of left to your own devices still. But that's okay. We'll get there eventually, I hope. Next one is Harman. Harman is the split of Ilford Harman photography products, whatever. But Harman is teasing, well, drops and teases, that December 1st, they are dropping some new stuff. Don't know what it is. Nobody really does, but the growing suspicion is that it is a color film emulsion. They'll probably be producing that in partnership with Orwo, who's the other European film company that I've talked about a lot because I love them. And they're making color film finally. So Harman's probably going to link up with them to use their... Oh, Jesus. We're getting there. Lord have mercy. They'll probably partner with Orwo and, use their machines to make new color emulsion, which would be, again, really cool. Would love to see it. And then this bit of news isn't like super applicable to me at the moment. I'm not really in my whole developing my own film phase of life right now. I was thinking once I like moved into my own place and like had control over my own bathroom and stuff, I'd like jump back into it. But I'm still working on like the post processing, like getting a decent scanning setup going and all of that stuff. So without that, it's kind of hard for me to rationalize the time spent developing film if I can't access the photos afterwards. In fact, I have too many rolls to count, really, that I've developed in the past that I just haven't scanned in because the flatbed scanner I have isn't great. And then there's a lot of people like, oh, you should do DSLR scanning. I'm like, yeah, for sure. But that's like a lot of investment into another system. And I just haven't really, it's not been the top of my to-do list. So when it comes to like photochemicals, I'm like, okay. I don't know. I don't really care as much as I probably should because of those reasons. But there's still a lot of people out there that use photochemicals to develop film, to print film, and all that stuff. And for those people, good news. Kodak is not taking away their photochemicals. There was some rumors a little bit ago that they've just stopped making them, that it's not going to be made again, all that stuff. But it turns out that due to I'll put the link down below, someone's conversation that they had with someone who's more in cahoots with Kodak, that they will be continuing to release all their chemicals, the C41 stuff, E6 stuff, I think it was R4, which is like the printing stuff, all sorts of chemicals. They're still releasing them. So that's cool. And like I said, not like hugely consequential news, kind of interesting. I would say the long weekend gone thing is, I'm trying to find a way to put this. It's like the Urban Outfitters of film cameras, if that makes sense. Like, I don't even know if that makes any sense whatsoever, but I used to like sometimes go into this Urban Outfitters with a friend of mine who would like buy clothes there, and I would not because I don't. But there'd be like Polaroids there, and I had to like talk her off a ledge from buying a Polaroid 600 for, I think it was $80. And this was back in like the Impossible Project era where you just could not really get reliable Polaroid film. And she ended up buying it and it didn't work. And I was like, shocking. That's shocking. I don't know where I was going with that tale, but basically, long weekend gone stuff could be interesting. I'm a little cynical to these things because I just am. That's just my nature, but still fairly interesting. So there you go. That's the news. As for videos this week, I'm scheduling a lot of stuff due to the fact that it's kind of a special week for some of the American persuasion. It's our Thanksgiving holiday. It's where you all get together with family and friends and eat arguably too much food and share a couple laughs and maybe some awkward conversations. Hopefully more of the former and less of the latter, but we'll see how that goes. So I've got videos planned for every day this week. I've kind of slowed down my release schedule, posting just like 2 videos a week just to like kind of maintain some semblance of regularity. I keep meaning to get videos posted out on Friday as well, so I hit that like 3-day a week. But editing time is just few and far between. But these videos are all I've got them all kind of in the works as is, so I should be able to pump those out and hopefully get some more content out for you. The big one that I'm looking forward to is a potential like Christmas wish list gift for film photographers. Like if you know someone who is inflicted with this disease, what could you get them that would make them happy? What could you get them to hopefully temporarily satiate this curse of film photography? Who knows? That's kind of my thought. That's one of the things I'm like looking into because I thought that'd be kind of fun to make. right before Black Friday and then Cyber Monday and all of those, like, everything's on sale. I don't think a lot of like photography, especially film photography places, are gonna like honor that as much. But if they are, I mean, I'd be happy to offer my limited and biased input as to what I think would be a good gift. So yeah, hopefully that will be helpful for people out there shopping about. And I think that's about it. I think we are nearing the end of our time here. So I just want to thank you all for watching. I'm going to have hopefully more better news next week, more applicable news, I should say. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it as always. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. If you have any interesting news things, please put them down below. I will try to talk about them in future videos and give you credit as well. And make sure to also hit that bell so you get notified when I release new videos, like tomorrow when I release a new video. Don't want to miss out on that. So thank you again. I'll catch you on the next one.